Perspective. When I am looking at the second coming of Christ and the transition of the great battle of Satan and his beliefs and his followers fighting against Christ and his belief and his followers, just as he's ready to usher in and put Satan in jail and rule the world, because that's coming. I know that there are times we are going to be facing by bodies, dead bodies piled in big cities.
Mom,
and so how did that happen? Well, the imagination can run and the brain can come up with a million answers that could be right or could be 100% wrong.
Are you talking to yourself?
I'm talking to the right here. I'm talking to Facebook friends.
No,
Yeah.
talking to yourself.
I'm talking to myself. That's what it looks like to a 4-year-old. Okay, so end of world things like bodies piled, the mark of the beast. What is all this stuff? So this is the perspective that I'm coming at you with this Facebook Live, okay? So last year challenged this. Last year I was challenged and looked at everything and I was like, God, do I have anything I need to finish acquiring to make my family safe? And he said, yeah, work on this, and this in a food storage setting. And I was like, done. So I slowly accumulate more and more and more in my food storage setting. Then I asked, are the tools I have, and I have to ask this in the correct way, because it can't be non-compliant. So I had to ask this, and it was different when I asked God, but I have to say it different to you. Do I have the right tools in my natural solutions tool belt to combat anything that might threaten my family and leave us as a pile of bodies? Morbid, totally morbid, but you get my point, right? And I specifically looked in my essential oil cabinet. And God said, you've got it covered there. Awesome. But then I still went into my cabinet and I was like, do I have what I need in case I couldn't get more? Turns out we had a massive supply chain problem this year. Massive shipping delays on everything this last year, right? So it was awesome that I did have extras of what would support my family, and I'm going to put it in the realm of emotional help. I could support my body, my family with emotional help. Now, if you're curious about anything I'm going to show, I will do a special Zoom class on all this. When am I going to do this? Honestly, on a one-on-one basis. Just message me, we'll get on Zoom, and we'll do it at whatever time works for you. Bear in mind, though, I'm going to be out of service starting Thursday afternoon. So it needs to be on the sooner side than the later side. So anyway, that's what this comes into play. This is called the Doterra Bogo Box. And it was sprung on me on Saturday that we were going to have a Doterra Bogo week. And what does that mean? Well, when you're buying doTERRA, people will say, well, is it expensive? And I'm like, compared to what? Compared to cheap corn mint that someone's importing from China and selling it at Walmart as peppermint? Yeah, it is. Compared to having to run to the physician and get some sort of help when you're in dire straits? No, it's dirt cheap. Dirt cheap, okay? So that's the first obstacle people ask me when it comes to pricing. The second obstacle is, well, how much? Well, there's 3 options: retail, wholesale, and below wholesale. Retail, duh, you get that, right? Wholesale is a membership fee based pricing, and it's generally 20% below retail. And then there's below wholesale. And this, my dears, is a below wholesale option. Below wholesale means that in this box is $370 of essential oils. $370. wholesale price. If someone contacts me today and they want this box for any of the reasons I previously said or your own amazing reasons, you get this box for wholesale price and you don't have to pay a membership fee. You don't have to pay the extra 35 bucks. So that makes this what could be like $130 or $230, $225 down to $190 before tax and shipping. So this whole box is $189.50 instead of $370. Awesome? Yeah, a little awesome, a little amazing. So I'm going to show you what's in the box. Now, again, due to specific regulations on what I can and can't say, and all of you have been trained on the regulations of everything I can't say because you watch pharmaceutical ads on TV, I'm not going to talk about that. That's why you have to contact me and say, okay, tell me what's really going on with these oils, and I will tell you. Instead, I'm going to talk to you about the emotional benefit of all these oils and why it's mandatory for your home. The first oil I'm going to pull out is Beautiful. This is a blend of essential oils. Would it be awesome if you felt beautiful? Silence. I want you to think about that one. Is it? I'm going to tell you a secret. Parents with teenagers who have lots of acne issues, they don't feel beautiful. They have a ton of self-criticism in their head. They are not telling you. I guarantee it. But put Beautiful on their skin, even if it's right here and it's not on their acne, and they are gonna go, oh my goodness, I feel quite a bit more self-confident in who I am. Emotional root. Okay. Breathe essential oil blend. So this is a blend of oils that support the respiratory system. What does that mean? I'm going to give you a story. Did you know that children from parents who generally are not married, but may or may not be married, and have issues in their marriage, the kids cannot breathe? They don't feel safe to breathe. Another reason for not breathing, grief, fright. You don't feel like you can breathe and relax. So those are the emotions this oil is going to address. Okay? Next, lavender. Anyone love public speaking? What's that feeling you get in your stomach when you're about to go on stage? That's the emotion that lavender addresses. Now, anybody I train in doTERRA, customer, business partner, whoever you are, I make you swear that you will not expect that this will help you sleep at night. Too many people say that. And I'm like, there's way better oils for that. And I happen to know that there's an anomaly of people. I have 1 out of 7 kids. If I put this on, his energy goes whoosh. It works opposite him than anyone else. Don't do it. Okay, Rosemary. Is the new normal hard for you to adopt? This is the oil for transition and change. It helps it feel a little more seamless. That's the emotion behind that one. Okay, and then we've got balance. Balance, balance, balance. I had an amazing experience at an acupuncturist. He put needles right here in the top of my ear, and he says, you need to be grounded. I didn't think I did, but he did. And as soon as he did that, I went from sitting up to laying down, and I had tears come out of my eyes. Real tears, like, and I just surrendered. Just surrendered to balance. And he said, when I see people do that, it means they had a boundary violation in their childhood. And he says, it could be something as simple as, Dad said he'd come pick you up and never does. Mom said they'd come pick you up and never does. That actually was my middle school years. Just getting picked up from school on time caused a boundary issue. Who knew? So I resolve it. I now rub this in the tops of my ears. Also, in the wintertime, it's hard for us to get grounded and to stay grounded, because grounded is like get your feet in the dirt. It might be too woo-woo for some of you. Other reviews are going, oh yes, totally. Balance helps you get grounded without having to go out in the dirt. You just rub it on the bottom of your feet. Or right here, okay? Emotions, grounded. You know who loves, oh, pull back out. You know what profession loves this oil? Nurses. So much crazy going on. They love this oil. If it were addictive, they would be addicted. Okay, lemon essential oil. Now, lemon essential oil is one of my favorites for keeping the mood light, keeping the body cleansed out, and encouraging you to drink your water. It's a beautiful flavor in your water. And yes, it is safe for internal consumption. If someone wants to take that one up with me, again, message me and we will have a conversation. Okay, spearmint. Let me tell you, why can you take this internally? Because they've got legal backing on this. They put their skin in the game on this. Bloggers who say you can't, and then name Doterra oil, they don't have legal skin in the game. Nope, they're just spouting their own opinion. So be careful what you read on the internet. Moving on. Spearmint. Spearmint I recently suggested to a friend who said, I got stuff going on with my thyroid. What do you suggest? And I said, that is likely a throat chakra blockage of not speaking your truth. Why don't you use spearmint on that? In fact, I suggested she use both spearmint and lavender to help her speak her truth, to help her have self-confidence in what she says to move forward. Promise. It does a world of difference. Okay. This is Citrus Bloom. This is the oil that I feel if you could put my whole personality in a bottle, it would be called Citrus Bloom. Because it has this light floral and citrus all at the same time. But then it also has the Roman chamomile to just ground you and to make you feel safe and to make you feel connected to heaven. I adore it. I put it in my diffuser and I run it in my bedroom while I'm working. And it's like, oh, there's me. I can just smell me. It's lovely. Okay, Tangerine. This is an oil that's helpful for anyone who feels like they've lost their inner child. They're not free. They can't be free. They can't think creatively anymore. This is their oil. This is also a really gentle oil for digesting what's going on around you. When you just feel like it's getting stuck, you can't possibly digest. So I use this oil to help me sleep, to help me digest. My husband cannot use this oil. The citrus wakes him up far too much and triggers his creativity juices. So then he just wants to be awake all night creating things. So he can't, but I can't. So it goes on my feet, not his. And so those are the two things I like using it for. It's amazing on babies. So amazing on babies. I always suggest that because babies' digestive tracts are not fully developed at birth, that this goes on their feet with every diaper change. Radically changes mom's world. Amazing. Radically changes baby's world. Okay. Then I've got eucalyptus. This video is getting long. I hope you're still hanging with me. I've got eucalyptus. This falls under the same suggestions I had for breathing, and it's safe to breathe, and it's safe to transition, and it's safe to move into a higher vibration space. I love this. I could just wear this all day long on my chest. Amazing. It's also in the On Guard blend that people like to do to add a level of energy protection and feel safe to breathe. All right. And then this little guy is peace. Peace is really, really important when you're grieving. You need to know that there will be peace at the end of the day. This is an oil that I have gifted people when they have a loss in their life. And we're not talking just death, you guys. What about divorce? What about a job loss? So many ways to lose, to feel like you've lost something. This is really, really important. At minimum, I suggest people put it in their diffuser. Maximum, rub it over your heart. You will feel peace again, and it will help. It's really, really important. So when I'm talking end of the world catastrophes, yeah, who feels like, I mean, it says in the scriptures that men's souls will be tried, that even the righteous will be deceived, that you're not going to feel peace. Well, then at least manufacture it out of a bottle and put it on your skin. Because all these oils in here that create peace, they're all plant oils. This is all just straight up harvested from a plant. So you're taking basically plants that God put on the earth to give you peace in a time of complete disruption. All right. And lastly, but not leastly, Roman chamomile. Now remember how I told you that I make my customers and clients all swear that they will never, ever, ever recommend lavender for sleep? This one right here. This is your sleep exchange. Roman chamomile. I've known for people to put it on their jaws when their jaws go super tense at night. Use your imagination and imagine what I'm really trying to say to you. Have you ever had a child wake up at night and every muscle in their face is defined out of extreme fright? Roman chamomile. It's amazing. Last week, I was just so tense when I went to bed. I went like this and just dropped it along my shoulders, rubbed it in, and it was out all night long. And then it helped me cleanse through dreams. My brain woke up in the early hours of the morning, was like, I need to process some things and file them away and cleanse them out. And so it used the Roman chamomile to help me do that. And that's like your house gets cluttery, things stack up, and you don't file them away. Well, catch up with all that. Grab your Roman chamomile and help your brain file things away and clean up the space inside of there. So that is a lot of oils, my dears. It is a ton of oils that are all in this BOGO box. Now, what if you already have some oils? Believe me, you want backups. Because at some point, you're going to pick up an oil. You're going to fall in love with it. You're going to take it around the house and then suddenly misplace it because you didn't put a finder sticker on it so you can beep it and be like, where are you? You're not. Or your kids are going to fall in love with it. And you're going to want to give it to your kids to take home because you know how much it's going to help them. So that is why, and this is only a today only special, so you would have to contact me. If you watch this a different day, let's chat. Let's see what kind of a deal we can get for you on another day. But this is $370. And that today you can get it on your own account, of course. I know people who are watching have their own accounts. So $370 of oils, you get it for $190. Or if you haven't ever gotten an account, you can get this for $190, just like everyone who has an account, because your membership will be waived. And that's the devotion that Doterra has to making sure everyone feels like they can afford oils. Everyone can make sure that they feel like they've got something in their hands to help them manage the changes that are coming before Christ comes. Massive changes, my dears, massive changes. But do you want to know something else that's super special? I shared this in a special coaching group that I'm a partner in. I was sharing how to figure out your life mission. And I said, you need to do Roman chamomile right here on your third eye. And then I adopted a principle I learned from Carol Tuttle. And I said, you lift up your third eye like you're opening up the eyelid. Open up your eyelid right here with that Roman chamomile, and your life mission will come to you. God will speak to you through these oils. It sounds weird. It's true. It's true. And now lastly, where in your body is the ego? Where in your body does ego reside? Right here. in the organ that is the last organ to develop, your brain. It completes development in your 20s, and it feels like it needs to run the show. That's ego, my friends. So guess what God did? He put 5 spots on your head that are chakra spots to help you connect with him, direct divine revelation spots, because this is the one spot on your whole body that the ego wants to live. So this is the tempering spots. You can put Roman chamomile on all those spots and be like, God, I need a download. I need inspiration for me today. I need to know if I need to buy a BOGO box today. I did, by the way. It came out this morning, and I went down and picked it up so that I could share this with you, because I don't want anyone to miss out. Also, I'm under obligation from God to share this information with you. It's a direct commandment. And so I need to make sure that you have heard the message and that you are at your free will to choose in or choose out, but that I delivered. And so there you have it. Okay, so much love. Have fun. And I hope you get the oils, and I hope you love them, and I hope you enjoy them. See ya.